What's up, Yoga with Jessie community? This is Jessie and welcome to another yoga class. Today we're going to focus on 25 minutes of just a full body stretch and strengthening. Also working on some of the basics of yoga, visiting them a little bit in a faster pace, kind of beginner to intermediate level. We will do a little bit of Sun A's, Sun B's, and then just add a few additional poses that will give you a lot of leg strengthening and relaxation and flexibility. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Today we're starting in a seated position, sitting cross-legged in cow face pose. That right here, you want to align the knees towards each other. Doesn't have to be perfectly aligned, just as long as they're gearing towards each other. Once you're there, reaching the palms up overhead, and then look over to the right hand side, finding a little twist here. A few breaths. Reminding ourselves about breathing in and out of the nose as best we can, and making this a meditative practice, focusing on you, focusing on your practice on the mat, listening to your body and what it needs today. Come back to center, reaching the palms up, and then looking over to the left shoulder, relaxing as best you can, bringing the shoulders down, twisting the spine a little bit more. You can close your eyes here, finding a little bit of relaxation. Nicely done. And when you're done, you're just going to bring the left arm underneath the right, finding eagle arms. If this is not possible to reach for the palms, you could reach for the opposite shoulders. Once you're there, reach the elbows up towards in line with the shoulders, and then start to hinge down any amount. This is going to intensify the hip stretch here. Also introducing a stretch in the shoulders. Any kind of compression here is allowing us to detox. 2 more breaths. Beautiful, one more. Checking in with the hips, see how they're feeling, trying to keep the hips in line and planted on the mat. And then unwind the arms, unwind the legs, and just quickly tap them against the mat, finding a little stretch. Then we're gonna switch over, just kind of shuffling here, working your way into aligning the knees as best you can. Again, they don't have to be perfectly aligned. Reaching the palms overhead, looking over the right shoulder again. 2 breaths. Relax the shoulders down and twist a little more. Come up to center, looking over to the left shoulder. I'm using the right arm, holding on to the top leg. Relax the shoulders down. Twisting from the mid-spine. Nice, come back to center. And now we're gonna bring the right arm underneath the left, finding those eagle arms one more time. Again, or shoulders or palms. Bringing the elbows up to shoulder level and then lowering down here, just for a couple breaths. Keeping those hips down on the mat. The intensity should get amplified as you're lowering yourself down, so this is just options. You can stay upright. 1 more deep breath. Very nice. Unwinding the arms, come up to center. And once you're here, coming into the length of the mat, find your child's pose. Knees out to the edges of the mat. Bring the toes to touch. Sink the hips back. Reach the arms forward. Forehead to the mat. Here, just for a couple breaths here, just finding a little bit of stability in the pose. Feeling the stretch in the entire spine. As you inhale, we reach a little bit further forward, and as you exhale, see if you can sink the hips back a little bit further towards the toes. Try that one more time. Inhale, reaching the palms forward a little more, and exhale, sinking the hips back, not forcing anything. When you're ready, you're just gonna keep your belly pretty low to the mat and kind of slither like a snake all the way to the front of the mat. Drop the belly down, come up to a low cobra. Beautiful. Relax the neck here. This is a stretch for the shoulders, the chest, bringing the shoulder blades together. Engage the glutes, engage the core. When you exhale, push yourself up and back into child's pose. One more time. Breathe. We're gonna do that one more time. Inhale, keep the belly low, slither forward, bringing that belly down. And then maybe push yourself a little bit further up this time, coming into high cobra. Again, keeping the tops of the feet on the mat, really pushing the shoulders back and down, relaxing the neck. And as you exhale, sink the hips back one more time. Be gentle with your body. Don't force anything. Child's pose. Last one, slither forward. Keep yourself low. Really use that core. Drop the belly and come up. Low or high cobra, whatever feels good to your body. Pushing the floor away here. Enjoy the low back stretch. And exhale, sink the hips back. Child's pose. Beautifully done. As you come up to your tabletop, your hands and your knees, you're just gonna flip the palms to the side of the mat or continue to flip the fingers towards the hands here, creating little circles to stretch the wrists one way and circles the other. It's a pretty intense stretch, so just take your time. You could do one hand at a time. And when you're done, send your hips back towards the toes. Don't forget to include the pinky toe and just hang out here for a second. Just feel free to shake the hands. Maybe this time bringing the palms, the tops of the hands towards the armpits, finding a stretch here on the inner part of the armpits. Looks like the chicken dance. And just a couple breaths. Distracting you from that toe stretch, and then let that go. Come back to your hands and your knees and just tap the toes to let that shake off. Nicely done. Tuck your toes and your hips up to the sky. Find yourself in a down dog. Here you're gonna bend the knees a lot and just relax the neck down. Shake it no. Maybe shake the head yes. Feeling the stretch in the entire spine, so bend the knees a lot if you have to do that, releasing some of the tension from the wrists. You never want to overdo it with the wrists. Deep breath. Feel the stretch here. Feel free to maybe swing side to side a couple times if you need to warm up. Nice. And then back to center. When you're here, you're gonna lift the heels, bend the knees, and look forward, and just walk yourself to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Hinging here, you want to bring the weight forward towards the toes. And we're gonna reach a little bit further down. Bend the knees a lot if you have to, just to feel that stretch. When you're ready, reach the right arm up towards the sky, bend the left knee to give yourself a little more room here. Finding a little twist or opening up the chest. And then switching sides, left arm comes up to the sky, bend the right knee. And exhale, forward fold. On an inhale, you're gonna come up halfway, hands on shins, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, start to come up one vertebrae at a time. And when you get to the top, reaching the palms overhead, finding a little back bend here, touching the palms, and exhale, hands to prayer. We're gonna do that one more time. Swing the arms out and up. Upward salute and exhale. As you go through center, you're gonna start to hinge the hips forward, forward fold. On an inhale, halfway lift, flat spine, and as you exhale, plant the hands and the feet back to a high plank. This time, lowering the knees and lower yourself all the way down. As you exhale, on an inhale, keep the tops of the feet on the mat and just shine your heart forward, finding yourself in a low or high cobra. And as you exhale, find yourself in a down dog. Deep breath in, and exhale, let it out. On an inhale, look forward, lift the heels, bend the knees, and travel to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift, hands on shins or on the mat. And exhale, fold. Inhale, start to come up one vertebrae at a time. We're repeating the same thing we did before. Reaching the palms overhead. This time we're gonna do the side twist, but at the top. So reach for the left palm, and the left arm comes over to the right side of the room, finding a little side body stretch. Come to center on an inhale. Reach for the opposite wrist. Stretch over to the left side of the room. Keep the hips in the center. Come back to center. And exhale, hands through prayer, and start to hinge forward, forward fold. On an inhale, come up to a half lift, hands on shins. And exhale, plant the hands, send your feet all the way back to a high plank. If you like to lower your knees, repeat the previous one. If not, gonna run through classic chaturanga. Lower yourself halfway. On an inhale, come up to upward facing dog. Only the feet and the hands are on the mat. And as you exhale, tuck the toes. Send your hips back, down dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. On an inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, and look forward one more time. And walk or hop to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, you're gonna come up to a chair pose, so bending the knees, lifting the arms by the ears, sinking the hips down. Engage the core here. Take a breath in and a breath out. Building some muscle, one more breath. And as you exhale, forward fold. Beautifully done. On an inhale, half lift. And as you exhale, plant the hands and the feet back. High to low plank. You can have the knees up or knees on the mat. Inhale, upward salute or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. And an inhale, reach the right leg up to the sky. And on an exhale, bring the knee to nose. Do that one more time. Right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, and this time continue to step it forward. Plant the back foot down at a 45 degree. Once you have your foundation, inhale, come up, warrior one. Deep breath. As you exhale, maybe lower your shoulders down a little bit more. Knee to heel alignment on that front leg. One more breath. And as you exhale, hands through prayer, plant the hands on the mat, send that foot back. You could meet me in down dog or run through your chaturanga. Anytime you need to rinse it off. You keep working the strength on those arms every time you do it. Deep breath in and exhale. On an inhale, reach the left leg up. And as you exhale, knee to nose. One more time, lift. Knee to nose, exhale, and then step in between the hands. Planting the back foot down at a 45 degrees. Set your foundation, your own railroad tracks. Inhale, come up. Warrior one. If you like to have a little back bend here, that is absolutely okay. Bringing the palms to prayer. Arms are by the ears. Little back bend. Deep breath. And as you exhale, hands through prayer, place the hands down, send that foot back, and running through your high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. When you're ready, we're gonna lift the right leg up to the sky, switching it up here. Place it between the hands. Keep the back heel lifted. We're on the tippy toes of that left foot. On an inhale, come up to crescent. Now crescent lunge creates a bit of a crescent moon shape. So this is a back bend if you like to add the back bend. Bringing the palms to touch again. Same idea as warrior one. Deep breath. As you exhale, we're just gonna swing the arms forward. Continue to swing them down and bring them back behind you, but keep the chest lifted. Finding lightning bolt. Feel like the fingertips are shooting fire through there. The palms are facing down. Feel strong through the arms, bringing the shoulder blades towards each other. And on an inhale, you're gonna straighten that right leg. And as you exhale, testing the balance a little bit here, fold forward into a pyramid. This is an extended pyramid, so the back foot, the heel still lifted. Enjoying the stretch here in the back of the leg. And just hold it here. Beautiful. Should feel really good. Not forcing anything. If you need to shorten the length of the legs, absolutely do that. And when you're ready, plant the hands on the mat, bend the knees, send yourself back into a down dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it out. Nice. One more side. See if you remember. Inhale, lift the left leg up. And as you exhale, plant it between the hands. When you're ready, keeping that back heel lifted on the tippy toes, lift up. Crescent lunge. That front leg has the same alignment as warrior one, knee on top of heel. And then if you like your back bend here, you're welcome to add that crescent moon shape. Trust the strength of your legs. Enjoy the pose, enjoy the stretch. And as you exhale, you're gonna start to swing the arms in front of you, down and back. Finding that lightning bolt. The shoulders are going towards each other here. The palms are down, your chest is lifted. Lots of leg strength. Deep breath. When you're ready, let's find some relief and straighten that leg on an inhale. Ooh, feels good. And as you're ready, testing the balance here, start to hinge down on an exhale, coming down into your extended pyramid. We're gonna be here for a couple breaths. Really feeling the stretch in the back of the leg. 2 more breaths. Enjoy it. Try to relax the upper body into the pose. Nice. And then planting the hands down, send that foot back into downward facing dog. If you like to rinse it with a high to low plank, feel free and meet us in down dog. Deep breath in and exhale, let it out. Beautiful. When you're ready, you're gonna walk your feet towards your hands and forward fold. And start to come up one vertebrae at a time into mountain pose. When you get there, close your eyes. Relax the shoulders down and just feel all 4 corners of the feet planted on the mat. They're balancing you out evenly. See if you can bring the thighs energetically towards each other. Engage in the glutes, engage the core, and send the crown of the head towards the sky. A couple more breaths here. Focusing on you, getting a feel for how the body's feeling now. Beautiful. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Should be feeling really, really good by now. Start to maybe lift the arms up and come into a chair pose one more time. And as you're here, start to lower yourself down any amount if you can without hands until you get to the mat. And when you reach the mat, find yourself in a boat pose. We're just balancing here. Legs are up, arms are up. If this is a lot right now, you could keep the palms back behind you, just working on strengthening the core or straightening the legs. Try to keep the back straight. Deep breath in And as you exhale, lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Reaching the palms up behind you. And the legs nice and straight. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're gonna come up and do a quick sit up here. Ready? Inhale. Exhale, come up. Reaching for the feet. Once you reach for the feet, hold it here. You could reach for the legs or the backs of the knees, bending the knees any amount so that the low back does not hurt. And just hold here. A couple breaths. Close your eyes one more time. And then see if you can count your inhales and your exhales, maybe into box breathing. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Slowly start to open the eyes and starting to come up one vertebrae at a time. This time just bring your heels, the inner part of your feet to touch the soles of the feet, straightening the back any amount into a butterfly pose. With the arms, push the legs down a little bit to kind of help the stretch. The hips should be a little bit more warmed up now. And then start to fold down any amount you like to continue the stretch. You should really feel it on the hips here, the inner groin. And if this is a lot, feel free to keep the feet further away from you and the knees up a little bit more. There should never be any pain. Discomfort is okay if we're taking ourselves out of what we've never done before, but no pain. 2 more breaths. Very nice. And then start to come up one vertebrae at a time. When you do, just meet me in a seated position, cross-legged. Close your eyes. We're just gonna take 3 deep and slow breaths here. Maybe work on meditating on something you've been needing to meditate on. Just giving yourself a little quiet time. 3 breaths. Beautiful, and slowly start to open your eyes. And as we close class, we're gonna do a few breaths of fire. Breath of fire is simply focusing on the exhales. Pretend like you're blowing out a candle. This time around, we're gonna do it with the mouth open so that we can practice. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, blow out a candle and make it nice and loud. Like so. Ready? Inhale. And exhale, pump. Beautiful. Now try it one more time, focusing on the exhales, pumping the air out, very, very focused, but this time keeping the lips closed. Ready? Deep inhale. Beautiful. My dog disagrees with that one. Great job, everybody. Reaching the palms up overhead. Bring the palms to prayer. Close your eyes. And let's close class with all of us bowing together. Namaste. Great job, everybody. I hope that your body is feeling more energetic and that your muscles are feeling a little bit more loosened up. I hope to see you soon in another Yoga with Jessie class. Please, please, please like and subscribe and add some comments so that I know what you like. And if you like to make any requests for very specific classes, I'd be happy to customize some of those for you. I appreciate you being here today, and I will see you soon. Namaste.